Alright, here we are for Game 3 of our best of 3 series between BlackMagic and DeathTacticus. The series is tied up, so we have an exciting finish to this series. On this map right now, we have a power colony. Although power is starting low, this could lead to more interesting power plays. I would not be surprised if BlackMagic this time decides to secure his power early, as power problems have been the modus operandi for him in both games. Looking around the map, there are no...
An expansive HQ has been founded.
I changed that. There is a good founding location. Expansive, crushing down all that iron so we can immediately move into 3 steel mills and BlackMagic founding over by the iron down low. Neither player should have any problems going up into level 2. Both players securing the aluminum that they need. BlackMagic's founding location is a little bit far away from some of those other resources compared to DeathTacticus's. He only has a medium aluminum tile. Water is very far, however there is ice. DeathTacticus does seem to have a slightly better found location due to its central location. Over BlackMagic, it's the upgraded level 2 first.
Has been upgraded.
Moving into a solar condenser. I did not realize that was ice. That is ice. A small single patch of ice for a solar condenser. And going into some low aluminum. It may have been better to move to this aluminum tile. It's not too much of a shipping distance with aluminum prices a little bit high. So we'll see how that works. BlackMagic immediately freezing some of DeathTacticus's metal mines, which means DeathTacticus can no longer create steel, using up all of his level 2 claims already on those 2 mines. The aluminum, high aluminum mine, and a high water tile. EMP back onto BlackMagic by DeathTacticus, shutting down BlackMagic's iron, so that way he can't make any profit off of this high iron price. The DeathTacticus' iron will unfreeze before BlackMagic's, unless and you will be able to benefit from this high iron price before, so that was a good response by DeathTacticus. Both players sitting in a little bit of a waiting game until everything is unfrozen, unable to produce steel. Aluminum is coming in slowly for BlackMagic at 1 aluminum a second. DeathTacticus getting 2. EMP'd again. The Goon Squad is just a little bit too late to save that iron tile from the EMP. DeathTacticus not happy at all. This is one of the few places in Offworld Company we're having trading company where high APM does have a benefit. BlackMagic probably hovering with that EMP over here, waiting for the Goon to be clicked for the mouse to move from Goon Squad all the way over to the tile, and immediately clicked on it. I do not believe Goon Squads have a hotkey. So DeathTacticus in a little bit of hurt, losing that iron, keeping it offline, while BlackMagic making iron money, selling it down all the way down to 5. DeathTacticus does have some money to turn his steel mills back on, but he's just selecting to wait till his iron production comes back. Looks like he has the steel mills turned off manually, not on auto off, and they could potentially be making steel for that upgrade.
A robotics HQ has been
would be turning positive profits, but he has not noticed, and they are still off. Due to that iron play, BlackMagic moving to level 3, HQ level 3 before DeathTacticus is able to. He has one claim left. He moved into more steel, a single greenhouse farm. I do not believe the greenhouse farm gets adjacency bonus from the solar condenser for a robot. If somebody in chat would like to correct me on that, I would appreciate it. Meanwhile, DeathTacticus is still at level 2, finally turned those steel mills back on. Just realized that those steel mills were off, I'm assuming, from his reaction in chat. Power continues to increase in price. BlackMagic moving to secure a geotherm. I imagine, unlike last game, he will buy a Goon Squad. Past 2 games, and will buy a Goon Squad to keep DeathTacticus from immediately freezing or mutinying that geothermal vent. DeathTacticus is struggling a little bit to get into level 2 due to that the steel mills being off. Needs 10k to get to, has 13k in the bank, but doesn't want to sell out of everything for that upgrade. BlackMagic, assuming creating this artificial fuel shortage to hurt DeathTacticus shipping.
Sold.
Both players appear to be playing around with the stock market prices a little bit, increasing, decreasing the price of everything. BlackMagic moving into a solar panel with a defended geothermal vent, this time before it finished constructing. Probably going to put down a second solar panel there as the power price is extremely high. DeathTacticus moving into 2 wind turbines on level 2, trying to stabilize that debt, pay off some of that debt. He does have the Goon, plenty of iron saved up for the transition. The only issue here is DeathTacticus has been sitting at level 2 for a significant amount of time while BlackMagic is in level 3. BlackMagic having more tiles to use than DeathTacticus for this entire time, so DeathTacticus is struggling a little bit on those upgrades. Finally reaching level 3, still continuing to make decent power money, paying off a little bit of that debt. Let's see what he moves into. Moving into carbon, probably for more wind turbines, I would suspect, as those wind turbine purchases, along with any market manipulations and random shortages, have increased the price. BlackMagic making 370 a second on power at night. That will go up when these solar panels turn on, now making just under 1900k a second on power. Good power money, a reverse from the previous 2 games. DeathTacticus attempting to EMP the power production, but only will freeze 1 tile. Unlike last games, BlackMagic has gooned both of those tiles. BlackMagic going to level 4, choosing to claim a silicon for himself, and
The black
then
market is open for business.
let's see what he'll do with that. Power surge onto DeathTacticus's electrolysis reactors, just removing that source of income. BlackMagic realizing that power surging these through the SPY power surging the wind turbines is not worthwhile, assuming that there is no goon, correctly assuming there's no goon on the electrolysis reactors. Meanwhile, BlackMagic is driving the price of food up high, which will increase the amount of money that DeathTacticus is paying into debt, 141, reducing the effectiveness of these wind turbines, paying off debt, also increasing the profitability of BlackMagic's farms, at least artificially for a little while. Moving into some more
The black
ice,
market is
solar
online.
condensers for water. I assume BlackMagic will be making either going further into farms, which he's driving into extremely high prices, putting down that spy just to verify that in fact is undefended,
An expansive HQ has been upgraded.
freezing out DeathTacticus' only source of income. Where DeathTacticus finally gets to level 4 and will be moving into some steel mills. Still has 115 iron in the bank. Iron is dirt cheap. These will be a nice source of profit for DeathTacticus, assuming BlackMagic doesn't immediately take them out in 27 seconds. A cooldown is done. BlackMagic still continuing to put all his money into keeping the price of food high. That way, if DeathTacticus does decide to transition into food, he will immediately crush the price as he did there, using that extra money to make a run on DeathTacticus. DeathTacticus does not have a lot of cash on hand, does not have a lot of income, although these
The
electrolysis
black
reactors
market
are
is
coming
open
back
for
online.
business.
BlackMagic will be in a very good position to take this game on a majority buy. DeathTacticus needs to defend himself as fast as possible, selling out of everything.
You can't let them get this. Bid now before it's too late.
Hasn't bought a single share yet. I do believe that BlackMagic will take this before DeathTacticus can defend himself. But we will
Congratulations.
let it play out and see what happens. DeathTacticus is taking a patent which decreases his share price perhaps, adding more debt. BlackMagic immediately freezing these electrolysis reactors, which are the biggest source of profits that DeathTacticus currently has. BlackMagic income has slowed for the time being, power crashing, buying into food. Will have the buy momentarily. DeathTacticus not even trying to defend himself, realizing that the game is over, and BlackMagic takes the series 2-3 in some nice competitive games. Let's see, this match, I believe the story of this match would be those power surges by BlackMagic, constant harassment on the profit centers, and DeathTacticus also that mistake early on at level 2, keeping his steel mills off for a significant portion of time, not earning any income for upgrading resources from those steel mills, definitely set DeathTacticus behind. Let's take a look at the charts and graphs. Here we can see that BlackMagic buying into food to just make DeathTacticus' death go high. DeathTacticus did make 60k on power, but it wasn't enough to cover the debt problems. Let's take a look at the black market. We can see only 5-3 in a close black market. However, BlackMagic's use of the black market was a little bit more effective. That EMP after the Goon Squad is quite the neat trick. As I mentioned at the time, one of the few times in the game that having a high APM in Offworld Trading Company actually matters. Couple patents auctioned off. Can look further in the balance sheet, but mainly the story is that tactic is being kept offline by those black market attacks and the inadvertent steel being shut off for a lot